so I'm well aware that this is an excessive amount of bears, and a couple of bunny rabbits, and a dog or two, and a Garfield and a llama in pajamas, and one killer beast of Caer Banog, and a Pink Panther, but, it seems apropos. I just got back from seeing Christopher Robin, and it's a very sweet movie. Thank you guys. That's enough, but your fur is making me hot. Christopher Robin, aka Ewan McGregor, will literally do anything Disney tells him to do if it means he gets his Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. It's a cute film. It does kind of tread the tired old cats in the cradle routine, which, you know, it's frustrating that we continue to see the daddy you work too much narrative, but it's also kind of relevant. I mean, people have to work now and they don't really get to take vacation because, yeah. One thing that the movie definitely has in its favor is that it doesn't try to, you know, turn Winnie-the-Pooh into, like, a coping mechanism, like, was it all in his head? Nope. The 100-Acre Wood is real. Winnie-the-Pooh is real. It's all real. Magic exists. There is no explanation needed. Mwah! I did not cry. Well, actually, I did tear up in the opening credits sequence because it's really well done. There's minimal dialogue. It's all done through these wonderfully evocative shots and a very good score and some lovely drawings. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, the thing that was happening to me the most was that I had this huge, idiotic smile on my face because this movie is very, very cute in places. It is cute and sweet and, yeah. I don't care that Disney's a money-grubbing corporation that's slowly taking over us. It makes me feel the feels! Which basically just means I'm a sellout. And easily entertained. I don't care! So I think there are kind of moments where the movie drags, but that might have just been because I was desperately waiting for scenes that had been in the trailers to show up in the movie, and so it felt a little too slow to get there at times, but I'm sure if I watched it again I would agree that the pacing needed to be like that in order to heighten the build-up. Hello, everybody. The voice cast is all great. Jim Cummings obviously is the standout, and I'm glad that Disney went ahead and made the call to have him be the voice of Pooh. I do feel sorry for Chris O'Dowd, who originally was going to voice Tigger. Apparently the test audiences didn't like him much, so he was replaced by Jim Cummings, but it's hard to top Jim Cummings as either Pooh or Tigger, so it made sense. Not enough Haley Atwell. That's my biggest complaint. Not enough Haley Atwell. And honestly, ever since she stopped being Agent Carter because they no longer want to write Agent Carter in the MCU, Disney has just been giving Haley Atwell these mother/wife roles that aren't necessarily enough material for her. Because she's great, and she's great in this, but I'm just like, more, please. I would like more of the Haley Atwell. I love the Haley Atwell. The actress who plays their daughter, Madeline, she's adorable. I hope she gets to do more work, because she's wonderful. They actually, they used, not, like, live bears and stuff, but they used puppets and stuffed animals for the animals in these scenes, so, like, you don't have the problem of Fantastic Beasts, where the eye line is a little bit off, and you can kind of tell that the creature isn't there. So I liked that. There's a very fun little cameo from Richard Sherman, the Sherman Brothers duo that did, you know, Mary Poppins and Jungle Book, and I think maybe Winnie-the-Pooh too. I'm not sure. It's blanking right now. Oh, so Tigger gets to sing The Wonderful Thing About Tiggers, which, yes. And Winnie-the-Pooh does his stoutness exercises, which, also, yes. I'm a little disappointed that Pooh never gets his full anthem. You know, Winnie-the-Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, chubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff. You don't want to hear me sing that all day. But they do incorporate his original theme into the score in some places, and it's lovely. They do a wonderful job capturing the 100-Acre Wood. They capture its essence, and they make it a character unto itself. Like, well, not a character, but, you know, it's sort of one of those things where it represents the state of Christopher Robin's psyche. So when he goes back to the 100-Acre Wood with Pooh, it's all cloudy and gray and depressed because he's having a midlife crisis. And then there's this wonderfully creative scene in a heffalump trap. And then when he wakes up, the light starts coming in, and it's warm, and it's golden, and you're just slowly seeing the color come back, because it's been kind of like a Harry Potter movie, the later ones. Like, everything's kind of got this steely gray tint to it, and the warmth starts to come back, and it's beautiful. Like, I love it. I love it. And I can't help it. Ewan McGregor has this infectious kind of laugh and smile that just sings from the screen. The heffalumps and woozles have evolved since I was a child. I mean, I remember when there was a heffalump movie, a direct-to-DVD video movie, obviously, but still, that was one about heffalumps and woozles aren't anything to be scared of. Well, actually, woozles weren't part of it, but heffalumps aren't anything to be scared about. Oh, here's a cute little purple heffalump that's absolutely adorable. Buy the plush toy of it! But, yeah, now heffalumps and woozles are more abstract, representations of forgetting the innocence of childhood and such, and that's very on brand for Disney, but it's very well done. It's kind of like that scene in Bridge to Terabithia where what's-his-face, played by Josh Hutcherson, is trying to outrun the servant of the Dark Master, who is actually his father, trying to make him confront the reality of death, blah blah blah, deep, deep, deep symbolism. This is that, but, for kids! Like, I think even kids could understand the symbolism / significance of heffalumps and woozles in this context. Heffalumps and woozles have gone from just stealing honey to being the destroyers of dreams. Heffalumps and woozles, destroyers of dreams. It's a very silly sentence. But this is kind of a silly movie in the good silly kind of way. Like, it's not silly like a bunch of monsters doing the Macarena to save their lives. It's silly as in, yeah, Christopher Robin is running through the woods with Eeyore tucked under his arm, picking up acorns so he can find Piglet. I like that kind of silly. Because it's a grown-ass man carrying a donkey under his arm while he picks up acorns. I do recommend this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I think if you have childhood nostalgia for Winnie the Pooh, it's going to hit you in all the right places. And I think even if you didn't really grow up with Winnie the Pooh, it's still a charming little film with a lot of really talented actors and some pretty good directing and cinematography. And I enjoyed it. I think you should go see it. I also think that you should like my channel, do it for him, and share this video around. Do it for him, and to subscribe, do it for her, and just keep watching me. I will have my next episode out in a couple of days. If you want to see it before that, you should come support me on Patreon. You're gonna get a surprise. Mwah! A bientôt, everyone! Seriously though, subscribe and share, or Fang eats your face!